Hello YouTube. I'm gonna be doing a video today. Team Burnout has 4 people, 3 people for sure. That's the 2 people you saw in that video. They're the ones who own Nitros. I'm owner of 2 Nitros and a bunch of electrics. Well, I'm Jacob. Those are Felix and Damien. This is Team Burnout. See, they kind of did a review on one of their Nitro cars, 2 of their Nitro cars. They're both stripped down more than they should be for that video, but that's not the big deal. So today I'm gonna go over your basic settles for the beginner cars and what you should need to start having electric cars and some nitro. So what we're gonna start out with are 1/18ths. 1/18ths are very nice. I can say not exactly a beginner car, maybe second car, because you want to get used to the handle. 1/18ths are usually always 4-wheel drive because of the speed. Nice. They're always gonna have nice shocks because, because they're fast because of speed and velocity. They can go pretty good jumps. Also, 4-wheel drive, very nice. Parts is the only big deal. That's why I said is because it's not just a beginner car, because it's not, some 18s are not just ready to go. You have to build them yourself, or on the parts you don't always get to buy at a store easily. So, but I'm saying this one's nice. I mean, I got my parts stripped out of it right now because I was getting some new parts for it. But that's pretty nice. Okay. And this one is a 1/16. I can say these are good cars because they are right next to 1/10ths, which are the beginner first car ever. Usually, 1/10ths are really good with shocks, same thing. But these are second wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. Because of their size. It's only about 2 inches bigger than my hand, even though I have a pretty big hand. The motor is usually not that bad to find. They're about 1/10 motors. The shocks are good, and well, the chassis are always nice. That's 2. Oh, same thing with these. This is a Blue Storm. I took it apart and I rebuilt it, so it's not really a Blue Storm. Started out as a Blue Storm. So I can tell you 1/16ths, good beginner car. 1/10ths, you can have anything. My 1/10th is stripped down right now because my first car ever was a 1/10th, and that's what I'm using in this video. 1/10ths. Okay, as you see, with cars, I kind of did this just to show you guys. Cars, you're always gonna have stuff like this where you're gonna have to take it apart, put new things in. As this thing, I just bought a new steering servo, and I just put it in. The shocks are always going to be very nice. The 1/10ths are really good at speed. Most of the time, they can pretty go slow sometimes. This is a Traxxas Wrestler, by the way. It's stripped out. The only thing in it's an engine because I was putting it back together. I can suggest that Traxxas beginner cars, any beginner car, you should buy a wheelie bar. Wheelie bars control how high your car pops up when you hit gas. There's little beginners out there going to be like, look how fast my car goes, shoot it off, flips, something bad happens to the car. You don't want that to happen at all. Sorry. You don't want that to happen at all. So, I'd suggest wheelie bars. Now we have remotes. There are all types of remotes. This is my first remote with my Traxxas. It's a very typical remote. It's got the receiver in the back. Takes about 8 AA batteries. Power switch. It's got your 2 channels. It's you can upgrade these. I've already in my other remotes. Comes with usually your steering trim and your throttle trim, and then you have a little thing that this is what confuses kids. Steering trim and throttle trim, don't mess with those unless you really know what you're doing, because you can mess up your car bad. Stuff and not bad, but like you won't control right. One thing is with this thing right here, it says neutral, and it says 70/30 or 50/50. If you're a beginner, keep it on 50/50 because, or if you're, I like to keep it on 50/50 unless I'm racing and I know I cannot mess up in that track. Then I switch to 7. What it basically does is when you switch to 70/30, it gets a bigger throttle and you can go much faster. 50/50, you can go either way, same speed. That's nice. So you can reverse fast if you mess up. Okay. Now I'm gonna go over what you need. A main thing is if once you start into stuff, you're always gonna want to be carrying on stuff. The tools that it comes with, maybe the pamphlet, if you need it. You're gonna maybe want to get a tactical box. They're really cheap. You can buy them at anywhere really. As a just put thing. Usually comes with some drawers that are nice. Couple things you always want to carry with you. You want to carry Allen wrenches. Allen wrenches. You want to carry always a metric and a customary just in case. Not expensive at all. I mean, I bet you already have one if you're a grown man. If you're not a grown man, I bet your dad has one. Small, medium, large, metric. Small, medium, and large Phillips and flathead screwdriver. You're always going to want those. You're always going to want your replacement gears that come with your cars. You're going to want shock stoppers, shock preventers. Keeps the car like. You're always going to want to keep the screws that when you customize. Keep the original screws. Pinion gears. You're always going to keep, of course. The tools that it comes with, keep those. Pins, definitely. Over here, you want to keep. Okay, so organize that how you want. It's not me. I have a certain way. Major things you want to do. Most car owners always have these zip ties. You beginner car owners out there will not realize because usually you'll buy something ready to run. It's going to be stuck. When you get something like this, you're going to want, if it can't screw in, to zip tie it. And you'll do that to regular cars unless it has a chassis like that where it's solid. Which is fine because usually on top of the chassis there's a bar here for 4-wheel drive. 2-wheel drive you usually don't have to do, or because of it already being screwed in and there's nothing above it. Sometimes even just 4-wheel drive sometimes doesn't need zip ties. I carry about 100 at a time. Even very cheap. You can get them at like anywhere. $2, 100 of them. You're always going to want to need those because when you customize, take it out. You're always going to want to keep every battery and a spare charger. Spare chargers, if you can't fit in here, then charge your batteries when you go. As you see, I have just these right here. This isn't organized because I just threw this stuff in here a while ago. You're going to want these, you're going to want all those batteries. Something else you want to need. Battery converters. You're going to want battery converters. This is a lady. There are males. Males is the opposite way around. Sometimes, personally, I carry spare change of wheels because my 1/16 car is also a drift car. It's made personally for drift. You're also going to want to carry needle nose pliers and wire cutters with you at all times. Tape, not big, like electrical tape. As you see, I have all of your different parts, steering servos, radio channel servos, ESCs, and motors, for sure. Your motors will die out. I don't know, maybe 75% of the time. I'll have to use them for a year or two. And they don't cost much unless you want a nice one. One more thing before we go. Okay. The micros, as I was saying, they're a little bit hard. As you see, let me grab this. And, sorry. This. As you see here, stuff like 1/18 and down are usually considered micros because they're so small. And because of this. When stock motors go in micros, they usually are about this big. That is smaller than my thumb. Which is not a big deal. ESCs, smaller than my thumb. Steering servos, smaller than my thumb. I mean, everything's small in the car. I mean, it's made like that. It goes fast. This thing right here is stock with 45. You don't ever judge something by its smallness. My friend's got one smaller than this. It's a mod. It's only about that big. Put it in the car, it goes about 60. And it's this car. We've already done it. So that too, you never judge, as you know. So basically that's all you need for this stuff. And main thing you always want to have also is a spare change of clips for your car. The body, if you don't know, the beginner, the body clips. And that's it. So I can say thanks for watching. Go have fun on the track, guys, and make sure you keep your cars nice and don't ruin them, because I bet Dad or yourself paid some good money for this stuff. And hope this helps. Subscribe and like and post a good comment.